In this video, we will address the issue of revising the modules you have created. So I want to clarify that we can definitely modify the modules, for example, directly from our LMS, such as a Moodle LMS, since it is H5P that we will be able to modify, add questions, delete questions, etc. without any concern. But it can also be interesting to completely review the module from Nolej, particularly by defining the concepts that we really want to work on in relation to what we have created. You will see, it is a practice that can be very interesting. Here I tested 3 modules and we can see that they are on review here, and I will show you the principle on another module, for example the AI Act. Here I will simply click on modify. What is interesting from the start is that Nolej will suggest reviewing the concepts it wanted to highlight in the creation of the module, whether for quizzes, summaries, etc. For everything it has ultimately created, it was based on concepts. So here we see that the concepts he has chosen are AI Act, GDPR, Global Geographical Approach, for legal, etc. Perhaps there are things in there that are not appropriate. If I ever want to remove a concept from this module, I will simply uncheck the concept in question. Let's say if I do not want to discuss harmonization. Here I will position myself on the concept. I could modify the concept in question with the definition, but I could mainly remove this concept from the module by unchecking the activities box here. On the other hand, if I ever want to keep elements of this concept specifically in the glossary, but not in the other types of activities here, such as term cards or games, I will be able to choose the things I wish to exclude and retain only items in the glossary related to this concept of harmonization. This is just a little bit about the notion of concept. This is where your expertise will be able to express itself in a way. It is up to you to verify that the concepts understood are those you want to see in the module. You can also add new concepts here, where you simply enter a concept name and possibly a definition, and there will presumably, even though I haven't necessarily tested it, be activities that will be created in relation to this new concept. That said, in practice, I think we will mainly remove things that are inadequate rather than create new concepts, but in any case know that it is still possible. So that's it for this part related to the concept. Now here in the question section, know that this time we are really getting into the content itself. Here we find all the question type activities that have been generated by Nolej. We will see in detail that there are a total of 40 questions that correspond to all these subcategories, and this is where I will be able to modify each question one by one. To do this, I can click on the pencil and edit the question, and I can also simply choose not to use this question if it doesn't seem relevant to me. I will just try to uncheck it. For example, this one too, let's say I could also uncheck the question cards here, the famous revision cards, or even modify the reflection activities that will allow us to go a little further with the students. Here, we are really talking about a surgical modification, I would say, of your module question by question. Next, we will also be able to modify the summary section here with the part on the key points that we had seen, as well as the complete summary or the detailed summary of this resource. Similarly, you can click on the small pencil here to make modifications, or you can delete key points by clicking on the trash can here. Once I'm satisfied with what I have done, I will need to regenerate the activity again. It will be a little bit shorter, presumably, if I click on the button. I see that my AI Act module is being generated again. And there you go, it took about 30 seconds, which was much shorter than creating it from scratch. Now I can once again review the module I created and check that the modifications I requested have been taken into account, and that certain concepts, for example, are no longer present in that module. So here is the question of modifying the modules directly from Nolej. It is clear that this goes a little further than simply deleting or adding questions, as we are primarily working on the issue of concepts from the very beginning, which is truly fundamental since everything else in the module will stem from that. Therefore, I think it is really important to verify that these concepts are indeed the ones you want to see appear in the module, and then, if necessary, to modify the questions you wish to add or remove, even one by one.